If you want to change threads to a different color, one option is to actually tie your threads onto what's already here and pull them through. Now, here's the thing. With the Husqvarna Viking Embroidery 600, with the air threading system, it's almost as fast to do either one. So sometimes I am not as squeamish about just cutting all my threads, putting on, say, all black thread, and then just letting the air swish them through. Now you can tie on needle threads, and I am going to show you the right knot to use should you wish to do just that. The only thing is when you pull them through, the knots don't go through the eyes of the needle, so make sure you have your needle threader handy, clip off the knots, and then poke them through. So it's kind of 6 of one and half a dozen of the other. But I'm going to just show you the trick for tying on. Now, when you do get to decorative threads, this technique is going to be used. So if you have a decorative thread that's much thicker, this is not a thread that we're going to try to swish through the air holes. We're going to tie it on and tug the knot through so it can actually kind of follow through, like you're fishing it through the machine, and then pull it all the way through to where it needs to be. So here's the thing. If you are going to snip your threads, make sure you don't snip them close to the machine. Snip them off at the cone. So I'm going to do this pink one right here, and I'm going to kind of give myself a few extra pulls so I have a nice long piece to tie on. Now I am going to just tie this one right back on in place, but here's what I want you to see is as I take the thread from the cone and the thread that's currently in the machine, what I'm going to do is bring both the raw ends together. So see how this is the two that I need to connect? So just lay them out together and then tie an overhand knot. So think of tying a balloon knot. So I'm just going over my fingers and pulling both of those through. Now once you get that knot to get small, you can trim off some of this extra tail. And if it is a thick thread, you might just lift up the presser foot so the tension's released. Give the little chain a pull and snip these threads. Then get a hold of the one you tied the knot to, and you can start to see it kind of come through the machine. You might even open up the front cover, and then that way you can see, there it goes down the hole and out the looper. And then just go ahead and, like you've been doing, run a testing of did all those threads stay where they're supposed to be, which will probably be yes. Again, remember knots will need to be hand thread or cut off and hand threaded through the needles. But again, how easy it is if you're used to how that air threading system is working now. That is almost as easy as tying on. So try both ways, at least so you'll know for when you do start to work with some of those decorative threads, and now you know which knot is the correct one to pull successfully all the way through the serger.